The Songbird, and I've been trying and trying to get this camera open, and it just slid to the side. I was trying to push it to the other side. I was trying to pull the red tab out. I tried everything. I got this little bitty phone. I'm not worried about my hair because I'm not a robot. I'm human, and I ain't perfect. And this is, why the CEO, Susan, she liked me because I don't try to pretend to be perfect. She said I inspired many, many thousands and thousands of people just being me, even with my hair. I didn't mean for this to happen, but the video's already going. I'm just really happy about it because and you see behind me I have my keyboards. I got my keyboard. That keyboard won't stop calling me. I touched that keyboard and it made notes. It made so many notes. They're gonna charge me copyrights just for that little bit of Friday After Next. The vocals of it. If I would show it, turn this camera around, they're really gonna charge me for copyrights. They make me sick. They have the nerve, they'll write to you and say, your money, your earnings are going to the copyright owners. But, it's not about the show. It's just, I just switched it on. This is not planned. And yes, I'm not going to get dressed up just for this. I got my other keyboard on this side. You can see my other keyboard over here on that side. See, one keyboard, two keyboard, right? Two keyboards. I had three keyboards. I don't know where the other one is, but I have one computer missing, a tabletop that has a lot of videos, and songs, but most of that transferred into this computer, the other one behind me, not this one. The one behind me has thousands and thousands of sky pictures that I plan on putting on. Some of them are already in copyrights, that I actually submitted them and presented them to the United States copyright so that, they would know that this is mine. They come from my cameras, all my mini cameras. But it's always my name on the phone so they know what's mine. And Google keeps everything for me. And so what I'm doing is actually having more ideas because I don't have an iPhone and I don't have a face long phone, that you can just see all the 1,000 notifications and blah blah blah. Really, I find it to be distracting. This is what I have now. Not on purpose. It's the last phone they had left in the dollar store. As you can see, that screen is small. The only notifications come up on this screen is missed phone calls and text messages. There is no room for no other apps, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, none of it. There's no room for it. I didn't even put my email in here because look at how small all those numbers, those little numbers are so small, the letters, you could barely, when you hit one, it shows like 10 letters at a time. And it's just too much to go through, really. And you see how small that screen is? And imagine typing with that going on. It's too much. So basically, it's forcing me to use my computer more, as I should. I have 3 computers over here. One's missing. There should be no reason why, I wasn't using them like I should because of the phone had took over a lot of the action. But as I connected my credentials to my professional Facebook dashboard, and to Lander Record Company, I had to attach my URL from my one of my YouTube channels, because I have more than one, because every time I break a device and I didn't remember the password, I started a new YouTube channel. And then YouTube they know my MO. YouTube and Google, they know my whole MO. Because as you know, when you put a video up, YouTube examines the video first. They watch it too. They watch it. They don't just let you upload your stuff and not, just be like la-di-da. They watch it. They watch it. If they approve of it, they'll let it go up. If they don't approve of it, it's not going up. And they'll let you know why. And if you don't want to abide by it, well, then if it somehow gets up, you'll go to your YouTube channel and they'll take it down. They haven't ever taken anything of mine down yet. They have blocked a couple of things and asked me what I wanted to do about it and showed me my options. And I sometimes I just delete it straight out. Or I just do what they suggest. Or they'll say, we fixed it this way, do you accept? And I'll push accept. Bang. Because they're naming me professional, but they are the professionals. They are in charge of, everything that I'm using. They're in charge. They summons me, and I like that. They summons me through notifications when I have a photo. Sometimes I take a lot of photos and I just don't have time to look through them all, because and then something will be calling me, like that keyboard is calling me. That keyboard's been calling me all night. I put my hands on that keyboard yesterday and it just started. It's like my hands knew what to do because my brain didn't know nothing about that. But it sounded excellent. Like it's always, like it's just, like it was not, like it just was there, like it was something I knew. But it's not. And to me, that's proof of God. That's proof of God, because if it sounds good, but you don't know what you're doing, that's proof of God. I don't know which key is G or C or any of that. Yeah, and still, when my fingers touch that, like right now, it doesn't hurt like when the sky calls me to take pictures. It doesn't hurt my body. It's just like an urge, like a desire that grows and grows and just won't stop, just won't leave you alone. Like say, like if you wanted a chili dog and you just couldn't stop thinking about that chili dog, no matter what you ate or no matter what you did, and it just keeps popping up in your head, just the images of that chili dog, and your stomach, it doesn't hurt, but it's like every time you eat something, you're like, well, this tastes really good, but it's still not that chili dog that I wanted. That's how I feel. That keyboard is pulling me. The moment I touched it, it sounded professional, like somebody that's been playing for years and years and years and knows all the keys and the notes and the whole thing. And that's what I say, it's proof of God. I know I said it over and over like 10 times. Some people will be like, you said that already. You said it already. You already said that 5 different ways, whatever. That's how it came back. That's just how it goes. I came back like that. My hair grew so much, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna get me some cholesterol conditioner, and I'm gonna press it down on the sides here, and then I'm gonna curl this part and curl it all the way around and I'm gonna braid the back. I'm gonna braid up instead of cutting it off like some girls, they cut off the back. It's braided good too, my God. And it's down to my shoulders now, so that part I'll let it go. I like it slanted a little bit, curled and slanted. But this, I'll press it down on the sides, part it in the middle. And I had some wrinkles up here, but I noticed that Like, I saw this lady on the bus, and she had her skin. I had went over to the shop, Stop and Shop the other day, and I noticed in her skin, and then I remembered when I went to school, the week that I got hit by the truck, actually, and I was over 50. I love school. And I was trying to roll my little joint. I don't know. I messed up the paper, but either way, I noticed that her skin looked like leather. And so what I noticed, see if I do that, of course you'll see it. But before it was like imprinted without me even moving my eyebrows or anything. So to get to that point is, I remember what I learned in school about the skin being the biggest organ and the toughest, so to speak. Because here's the thing, some women are afraid, and men, they're afraid to, they're too afraid to really wash that skin and rough it up or whatever. I'm not trying to say you should rough it. I'm saying, like, they're afraid to really touch that face and rub it in that neck because they're scared of the wrinkles and everything. But what I found is that you got to get that off. And because, and I looked at my neck and everything, and I was like, what is all of this? Like, it looked like leather. Like, and my forehead etched in stone or something else. I'm like, that shouldn't be like that. And I remembered in school what I learned that week that I got hit by the truck and killed. And so I got my washcloth and I started scrubbing it. I literally scrubbed it. Yeah, I literally scrubbed my face and my neck. And after I was done, I didn't just wash it daintily like, I was scared to touch it. No, I rubbed it hard. And what I found was, now then it looked younger, because what I scrubbed off was the old skin. See, I hate that. Now I got a hole in it. There's a hole. Now I need another piece of paper, or a small piece. But here it is. What happened is that my neck is gone. The lady had that on the bus. That's the mess that scared the mess out of me. I was like, I don't want my shit to be permanent like that. So what it was, I scrubbed it. I scrubbed that skin off. That's old skin. It's old. Yeah, it's old. It looks old. Of course you look like old. You're scared to touch it. You better touch that. You better get that off. Get it off. Because there's 7 layers. You got 7 long layers of skin deep. And that skin is thick. It's thick and it can get thick like leather. Literally. Yes, it can. Alright. They make leather out of cow skin. But if you ever go on the farm and pet a cow, they don't feel like leather. That's when it's built up and built up. You're scared to touch it. Scared, to rub it down. You gotta rub that down. Rub it off. I rubbed it all off. Right here, there was this thing like a long line attached. Went right here. It was skin. It made out of my skin. It was real thick. It was horrifying. That was horrifying. No. I said, I'll wait till I'm 90 before we be doing that like that. Looking like that. No. Because why? Because I hadn't scrubbed it. Yeah, I washed it, but I didn't scrub it. And I was like, I'm getting that. I'm breaking that down. I got 7 layers of skin. I'm about to get some of that off. And that's what I did. I peeled it off with that washcloth and a little bit of alcohol. 97 proof alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. Yes, I did. You can't do alcohol every day or you get wrinkles. That, of course, again, because it dries out your skin. Well, this is pleasant. So this is how I first started making films. I started on my computer first. Now, this computer I've had about a year, and I haven't really, because I was too busy using my phone. I haven't really used their whatever filmmaker photo editing in this computer. Let's see what it has. But first, I'm gonna put this one up with my hair just like it is. Cause why? I'm not a robot, and I'm not phony. I'm not a phony person. I don't believe in phoniness. And here's the thing, ladies. If you want to get with a guy, I used to catch. I wasn't trying to catch him. Many guys follow me home with my hair standing up. When I would walk to the store and purposely not comb my hair. Today I didn't. It's not. Yeah, it just wasn't like I wasn't expecting this to be able to. I didn't think this was gonna work. Doesn't matter. I used to purposely walk outside like this. Not every day. When I just felt like it. Walk to the store with my hair standing up, straight up, not even brush it down to the straight up on purpose. Do you know how many guys follow me? Lots. Lots of them. Maybe they were looking for somebody that was real, not somebody that's pretending. Maybe they've been with lots of guys like on that movie, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, that they went home with the girl, and, maybe all those guys met girls like that. When they found her, she was looking like one way, and then they got her home, and, after they did what they did, and she had to strip, and they saw things that weren't real, including butt panties. I mean, how is your butt sticking out 5 feet today and 1 foot tomorrow? I mean, somebody lying. My butt is flat today, flat tomorrow, and flat last year and this year. I mean, did I think about doing stuff like that? Of course, I've thought about those things. I even bought a couple of things. But when it really came down to it, I couldn't. It just didn't feel right. It just feels phony, because it is. I just started wearing wigs a lot more after the accident, after I died and came back, because I have many videos with me doing my real hair, which I used to dye it all the time. And like since second grade, when I tried to pull out all my white hair when I was 8 years old, because I was born with white hair, and I tried to pull it all out at age 8. And when I saw that I was getting bald, I decided to leave it alone, because I wasn't gonna get bald just so the kids in my class wasn't gonna be like, oh my God, she's an old lady and she's 8 years old. I was 8 years old. Of course I cared what they said. And of course I did. I wouldn't do it now. And I'm not never dyeing it. I'm trying not to ever dye it again. Because then every time it gets to my shoulders, then I want to dye it brown and all kind of nice colors. And for what? For it to fall out. And then it don't help if I get upset. If you have an extra high immune system, my immune system is extra high. Higher than human capacity. And just pissing me off makes my hair fall out by the handful. They called it lupus, but now they're saying it is more than that, because I'm still alive and I'm not missing any limbs. Anyway, I'm so excited. I haven't been on camera for days, weeks, since my phone stopped working when I was filming the thunderstorm. So let's see how this turns out. And then I'm going to work on how I can edit. Like, I loved my HP Pavilion because it had all those 3D effects, when I first came back from being resurrected. That was all I wanted to do. God made me do that. And now I know why, because, and then, excuse me, I was Googling photos for videos, excuse me, as you can see with Please Put the Guns Down. And even though I got 37 endorsements for that, and all that's coming together now, that I'm alone, literally alone. Alone, not just in this room, but alone. I don't hear people outside my window screaming, fighting. That was happening every day where I live, getting murdered. Every day where I lived since 2014. People upstairs banging and stomping. I don't care if it was kids, the mama, the daddy. I don't care who it was. It was rude. It was disrespectful. It wasn't nobody just living when you're standing still and stomping. Walking in place, stomping. Jumping up and down. And then you hear my voice in another room. You want to go to that room and start jumping. And, different things like that. It's just not right. I don't know who's ringing the phone, but I've been getting a lot of spam calls. That's another thing. If you lasted this long to see what I had to say, is I noticed some people ain't watching the videos, in which I'm not nobody's boss to make them. But I will say this, now that we're talking about phoniness and realness, mostly I'm saying it to family. Please don't push that you like the photo. It's a video. Okay? Don't push, you like a photo, an image. It's a video. Watch the video, listen to it. I would advise you not to pay attention to the words that are coming across the screen, because most of the time they're wrong, 90% of the time. It seems like since I've been resurrected, every time I open my mouth to speak is being heard wrong, which I see that through the words on the screen. Caption. It's like, to really hear me is to really want to hear me. You have to really want to know what I'm saying. Otherwise, it sounds like something else, like I'm speaking a whole different language. I noticed that. I really appreciate YouTube and Google. I love them. And I appreciate Lander now also. And Lander it was just so good the other day when I went to try to withdraw a little bit of money from my Lander distribution. I said, I need this little money. I'm taking this. And it says, first you have to finish setting up your account. And the page pops up. That same page that popped up many times before that I really just couldn't. I looked at him like, what? I don't understand it. Then it just started making my head feel like it was just too much. And I just said, forget it. I'll do it another time. Not right now. And watch a video on it, then I watched 10 videos about it and still couldn't find the URL of my own channel. I just couldn't understand it. But you know why? Because God didn't want me to do it. When that happened the other day, I know God did it. I know that God did it for me through my fingers. Through my finger, not through here, because I still don't understand how it happened. This is proof of God. Nobody can tell me that I did it. I have a friend that's passed away now, and she would have said, no, you did that, you're smart, and you. No, it ain't got nothing, wasn't me. The only part that's me is that I am willing. I am a willing participant. Now, so so I said, okay, so I clicked on it, and I said, just do it, because I'm like, just do it, just see what you can do. And I said, God, I need you to do this for me. God, can you do it? Just do it for me. I'm not going to say help me with it. That's still taking too long. Nope. God, I want you to do it. That's all. Point blank, period. You said we got free will. I'm asking you to take over. Take me over. Period, point blank. Yeah. Not help me, not show me. No, do it for me. Point blank. You got to say the right words. You got to say the right words. And then I just pushed the button and it went there and I just went through it. My fingers just started moving around. My brain was not doing nothing. My fingers were just doing everything like it already was, like it was meant to be. And it psh. Then I went to the YouTube channel and pulled it up and bang. And then went back over there and I had two pages open. Looking over here, go back to there, check it, each letter, bang, 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 /forward@.com, bang. And then it said pending, where any other time before, when I really sincerely tried, spent hours and hours, I'm talking days and hours, and it would say, this is wrong, error, wrong, error, wrong, error. Please put a real URL, please, whatever. This is not correct. But this time it just said, it just went bing and it was like pending. It was correct, finally. I haven't even went back to it since. I just noticed that things are coming together, because that means, because see, they're getting paid to do their job. So the more they do their job for me, the more they get paid. Right? The more they do their job for me, the more they get paid. Yes, I wrote to them. I emailed Lander, told them about the accident from the beginning when I first put music on and the end. And with the tax, the whole thing, I told the truth. I don't have time to sit around lying, being fake and phony. There we go again with the fake and the phoniness. I'm not ashamed. I'm not worried about, if I tell them, they'll rob me. No, why would they do that? They're making a lot more money than I see in my pocket right now. I'm not worried about that. They're helping me, and I trust it. I trust it explicitly. And I trust YouTube and I trust Google explicitly. Yes, I do. They know my whole medical thing. They have my CDs. I put my CDs in the computer, fed the computer the information of my medical condition, of my CAT scans, x-rays, doctor's records, the whole thing, so that they can help me. Hello? Well, I'm not got time to be phony and fake. You know, somebody says, you shouldn't tell all that. Why not? Should I be embarrassed of it? Should I be ashamed of that? And where will that get me? And the people that are telling me not to tell it, can they help me with what I needed to do for my business? Like I said, I have copywritten lots and lots of photos. And Google has all my photos of the sky and everything else of me looking like a rainbow, all of it. It's already copywritten. Nobody can fake and say it's theirs when Google already has it in a lockbox for years. Everything I do. I signed for that. I signed and gave them permission to hold on to my stuff. All of it's important. Yes, I did. Documents of legal things, all kinds of stuff. Look through all my stuff if you want to, because I need this. Somebody said, that was too much. You should have never done it. I've been used. I've been robbed more than once. And I didn't tell nobody nothing, and they were robbed by my own. So, not no strangers. Yeah, I told everything. Google has all my information. Yes, I did sign for them to see all of everything. Yes, I did. Because they felt like I am a very important contribution to the planet. They made me know that. They wrote those things, not exact words. Yeah, the contribution was in there. So why would I stop? I said, well, the people don't want me to do it. People in my family, they were like, don't stop. Don't stop with your stories. Make them longer, everything. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. For those who I am inspiring, this is for you. But I was really happy when that went through the other day. And then when I went to my Facebook dashboard and I'm like, I'm sick of this. What's going on with this? And something's wrong and I don't know what to do. And I said, God, do it for me, God. I know you ain't got me doing all this stuff for nothing. Do it for me, God. And once again, I clicked. I didn't know what I was. Once you say, do it for me, God, that means you're not supposed to be trying to make the plan. You're not supposed to be making the thoughts of and what to do next. Once you say, do it for me, God, your fingers, you just let your actions do the action. That's it. It has nothing to do with hurting people, though. If you're hurting somebody and saying God didn't have nothing to do with that. No. Let's get that right. Okay. No. But I started moving my fingers on the keyboard here and bang. Then it said add your credentials, which I've never seen that there before. Never. Okay, under the monetizing part. I never saw that anywhere. All this time, I didn't even ask them to make me professional. They did that, I don't know, I guess when I put something on there from YouTube or wherever the hell it was, Amazon. Sorry for cussing. And then all of a sudden, when I added my YouTube URL, and I added 2 other things, and inside of, you could count to 10, and the check mark came, and it was green, and verified, and then I had a green mark, check mark. So, that's definitely a progress, 100%. And it's the first time that my name said that I did everything I was supposed to do, and I haven't even been doing as much as I was doing with my phone before it broke on the dashboard. So, God is in control, and I'm glad, and I know I'm going to get paid a lot of money. And it's worth it that I waited this long. It's worth it to me. It's worth it because I learned a lot. I suffered a lot. I helped a lot of people, which I wouldn't have had time to do if I had become a star when I was a young girl, because they wouldn't have never let me rest. They wouldn't have never let me be near anybody to help them, unless it's in some television setting. I would have never been able to work in the hospital, different nursing home, I did most of their home health care. They wasn't going to let me do that if I was a big star. When was I going to have time? I had 9 voices, probably 6 then. I got 9 now, 10. They weren't going to never let me do nothing I wanted to do. I know that I was so good still. That good. And I was young too. You know, they like you when you're young. I wouldn't have had time to help nobody. None of those kids, all those over 300 kids came to me as they grew up and knew me by name. That would have never happened. And thanked me because they were living a good life and doing well with themselves. And they remember things I taught them when they were just babies, for God's sakes. I make a big impression, like YouTube. Susan, the CEO, like she said, I believe her because of that. I believe her also because she's a professional. Why would she have to email me and tell me some mess like that for nothing? They got plenty of Hollywood stars on YouTube. They didn't need me, you know. So I know that's real, you know. I'm just really happy that this camera's working. And I really was going to use it because the minute I opened up this computer at this store, Lenovo, Um, first thing it said was for me to buy space, and I hadn't even done anything. I'm like, with what I do, I need a lot of space. I took my camera and filled up this computer one time with the import. I have 5,000 pictures in my camera. I delete pictures every day, and every day I still have over 5,000 pictures again. It's God. You got a lot to show me. And look, when I put some of those pictures on YouTube Lens on accident, that wasn't no accident. That's God was doing that. My fingers went dent, and then the thing just clicked. And I'm saying, screenshot. Oh, shoot. All right. And then I said, well, let me share the screenshot. And then it clicked. Then it hit the little square thing, and it started searching. And it told me I was filming paranormal entities in the sky and paranormal creatures, sky creatures that are usually invisible to the naked eye, always invisible to the naked eye. Really? I knew I was feeling something that was not fake. I knew I was feeling my body was pulling me. They were pulling me outside then. Then they were pulling me outside to take pictures of them to show everybody that they're real. What is the purpose? I don't know. That's not my job to know why. It's just my job to follow when they pull me by my stomach. It's my job to get out there and start taking those pictures. Otherwise, I'd be bent over in severe pain. Like the same pain that I felt when I fell from the sky. And they were saying that in the CAT scan showed that I was torn apart. That's what it feels like if I don't get out there and take them pictures. I took some good pictures in my phone. That's new phone, good ones. I can't get them out for shit. And I can't transfer them or nothing. Oh, I figure that out. I'm going to have to take them over to the store, CVS or something, and let them get them out like that for me. I could actually send them to people on messages. It's letting me do that, send them on text messages. But I don't know anybody who's going to take the time to send them back to me on Messenger on my computer, and then I could download it and, do some work with it. No. I don't know nobody that's going to do that. They're not going to take the time to do it. When I did the Christmas song, Love is Key, which is really just a love song, I asked God, I said, I want a Christmas song. I want another one this year, God. Can I have another Christmas song? You can give me another one. I want one. And a New Year's song too, God. I just asked for it and it came in my head. And I asked all my grandchildren to back me up, to help me sing some of the notes. Because I was having a hard time breathing, so I know the notes wasn't going to be that good, but they came out pretty good because nobody wanted to do it. I was going to pay them cash, even though the money, it didn't even make money. I was gonna give them cash. I told them, I'll give you cash if you sing this line. Christmas time is here. And just that one little part. Couldn't get nobody to do it. Not one of them. How long did that take? Christmas time is here. That long. They refused. $100 bill for that. Just here, take this $100 bill and do this part and set it the way I wanted it done. Couldn't get nobody to do it. It's coming out pretty good now. I want to do it over because you can hear my voice is real weak. I'm really struggling. All around the world, every man, woman, boy, and girl. Right now it's stronger than it is in that song, and they still put it, and Lander still put it up. Because it's about the message most of all. Live each day like Christmas. Live each day like Christmas. Live each day, Give with cheer and love. All around the world, every man, woman, boy, and girl. Couldn't get a note from him. With cash in my hand. I had $30,000 and I couldn't get none of them to sing a note for me. For the whole world. It's not for me. You know, and I see because God wanted me to do it, all of it. And that's what I'm going to do. I just got to say when the millions start kicking in, because I seen it now. I seen millions. I seen it. I seen it with my third eye. Millions coming. Millions. Big ones. I don't want nobody in my face lying and saying that they want to sing with me and that they tried to sing with me and they couldn't reach me and I don't answer the phone. These are things I hear. You didn't call me. You didn't leave a message. You ain't never going to answer anyway. I don't want to hear none of that. But I am going to have a nice mansion. I'm hoping I could have 7 small houses so to put my kids in. And the ones that's still married, well, I hope you see this because my son, I'm going to have to see a lawyer that's going to have to draw up some paperwork that says that when my sons and my daughters living at my house or in their own small house that I'm going to get, I really prefer to get small, like 5 or 6 small houses. And the only ones that's living in there are my 3 children and their children. Ain't nobody bringing no mates. They could bring your mate, but they ain't putting their mailbox on their name on no mailbox. Why? Because ain't nobody's taking nothing of mine when they break up with you. And nowadays, the way everything is arranged, people come in your house and take over your house. And they ain't even on a lease. Never mind a house, an apartment. It happened to me. I don't want to hear about so-and-so would never do that. I don't want to hear that. And in the past, mates have come to my house for my kids and came in my face behind my kids' back and told me I should be locked up for having my kids living at my raggedy house. I didn't force them to stay there for free. Then I had 3 people that rented from me. They brought girlfriends who called the police and the housing and all. I'll never forget it. Why would I want to forget it and repeat myself? That will never happen. But while I was homeless, all those people got Section 8. While I was walking up and down, no, I'm not mad. I hate when people say, she's mad, but they don't hear the words. All they care about is the sound of my voice and my face ain't smiling and being a fake robot. I hate that. And those people, I don't want them around me at all. Because they're not trying to see the point. You know, you could just say nasty, mean, horrible things as long as you be smiling and looking good. That's very sad that we live with people who will accept you as long as you look good and you're smiling. You can say the meanest, nastiest things with your voice real soft. Get out of here. I don't want nothing to do with none of that. If you ain't for real, I don't want nothing to do with you at all.